See, following were my thoughts, which is truth, I'm telling you. When I was about to be launched, I was thinking like this. I'm sitting on top of a rocket which is built from 6 million parts, each supplied by the lowest bidder to the government. What would be my fate? That is what I was thinking. Because government procedure is like that, whoever is the cheapest, of course, he has to confirm quality. Such things only are this one taken. So if the rocket 6 million parts, 60 ಲಕ್ಷ ಭಾಗಗಳಿರುತ್ತೆ ಅದರಲ್ಲಿ, ಫೇಲ್ ಆದರೆ ಅದು ಗತಿ ನನ್ನ ಗತಿ ಏನು ಇಂತಹ ರಾಕೆಟ್ ಮೇಲೆ ಕೂತಿದ್ದೀನಿ ನಾನು ಅಂತ he thought like that. ಹಾಗೆ why I am telling this, see, Chandrayaan-3 has succeeded means we have to pat our back, no doubt about it. It is very well justified, because Chandrayaan-3 and the rocket which launched it, they were built from millions of parts, but everything worked perfectly. I'll tell you one thing. What is the success of your country? What is the significance of the success of your country? Let me tell you. Let us take in the past 1.5 years. Okay? Japan launched the spacecraft. A private company from spacecraft launched, a company launched a spacecraft to the moon with the intention of exploring the moon with landing or something, let us say. Its name was Hakuto R. H-A-K-U-T-O, Hakuto R. What did happen to it? It crashed. Then, Luna 25, when Chandrayaan-3 was launched, it took 40 days. People were grumbling, what is this? Our country has taken so much, It's such a long, drawn-out journey. Look at that, Russians, what they have done. August 10th, 2023, they launched. August 21st, 22nd, around that time, it would have landed on the surface of the moon. Luna 25, Russians had a lot of experience. But what happened? It crashed. Not that since it went early, it crashed. Space flight is like that. I'm not telling we only are great, all others are. No, space flight is difficult. I'm telling. So, Hakuto R from Japan, Luna 25 from Russia. Then, there was one American spacecraft by name Peregrine. Okay? Peregrine. Okay? That, when they launched it, it did not leave Earth orbit at all. Forget about going to the moon. It failed there itself. Okay? Then, another American spacecraft was there very recently, Odysseus. Okay? It landed on the surface of the moon, tumbled over. It could not be used at all. Then, in Japan, again Japan launched another spacecraft called SLIM, Smart Lander for exploring the moon or investigating the moon. The two landed, again tumbled. It could not be succeeded. My dear friends, look at that. Against this background, you have to sense the significance of success of your country. Let us not be arrogant. At the same time, let us be proud of our achievements. Let us try to improvise it further. So, if you feel that having heard from me all these things, aren't you proud of India or not? Yes or no? Yes or no? Then why don't you give a big hand to a great country called India? That's what I wanted to tell you. Anyway, before it could be audio thing, I thought, can you switch on the projector? Yeah. Projector you can switch on. I'll just take 10 to 15, not even 15. What? Password? I'm ಹಾಕಿದ್ದೀನಿ ನಾನು ಆಲ್ರೆಡಿ. See, it's already there. Running. It is in the slideshow. Okay, good. Okay, now? Good. That's it. Thanks, Deepak and Ravi and others, all others who is doing this. Okay? So, you give... okay. See, this is Chandrayaan-3 spacecraft. You saw the thing, Vikram lander on top. You can see 3 of the engines, 4th one is hidden, and the propulsion module. And this is the launcher on top of which Chandrayaan-3 was sitting. Where was it sitting? You can see this is the heat shield of the rocket. Can you see that globe kind of thing? Okay, gumbas kind of thing. Okay, that is the kind. That is the one where it is sitting inside. Okay, so fine. Next is, are you ready to see the launch? Okay, let us see. Yeah, audio.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
Look at the rocket. Okay.
Plus 5 seconds.
You know, weight of the rocket is 6,40,000 kilograms. 6,40,000. Okay.
Filter tracking, stage performance normal.
Look at that, an Indian rocket after stage. Look at that. Yes, how it's going. Can you switch off the lights? They can better appreciate the quality of the slides. Yes.
L1 stage performance normal.
See, look at that, how normally the rocket is behaving. Remember Michael Collins' joke.
200 stages are separated.
Look at that, and what you are seeing is from the ground. On board to the rocket itself, how it looks, you see. Yeah, this is the way when two boosters are firing. Look at that, how they are separated. And heat shield are separated, that is that dome kind of thing, it has separated. Yeah, now the spacecraft are separated. Once more you will see Chandrayaan-3 spacecraft separating from LVM-3 rocket. You know why I called the caption of my lecture the exciting journey of Chandrayaan-3, because you know that's going now, separated from the rocket. What was its speed? Okay, I don't want to use the word velocity at all. Speed in a particular direction. Let us say, you know what is the speed? It's only not much, 37,000 kilometers per hour. 37,000 kilometers per hour, 1,000 times the speed with which I and you move in our roads. See, can you imagine when in about 20 minutes we have to achieve that much of speed? Nothing has happened. The rocket performed extremely well. That is why Chandrayaan's journey is exciting. First, Chandrayaan was put into an orbit around the Earth. It didn't go to the moon directly, no. That's what I said. August 14, 2023, first it went into an orbit around the Earth. That too, in a highly oval-shaped orbit. I don't want to use the great terms like ellipse and all those things. A highly oval-shaped orbit. Okay? That is the egg-shaped orbit. You see? You can see the spacecraft there. And slowly, using the rocket engine of the spacecraft itself, you saw that propulsion module, that model which you saw there, in that there is an engine, single engine. That is the one which was used to increase the height of the orbit. Look at that. See, I'll go back to the previous slide. It was there. Now it went to a higher orbit. All these things were done using the rocket engine which was there in Chandrayaan itself, not the other rocket which launched it. Okay? Then having for about nearly, let us say for about 16 days, it was circling the earth only, circling the earth. Okay? When it was very high in its orbit, it was already 1,27,000 kilometers. 1,27,000 kilometers. Next, what was done was, you can see that its engine was fired again. It was one way of very gently telling, get out of Earth orbit. Okay? That is the way. It's like a faithful servant, it got out of Earth orbit. And you can see the rocket engine firing. Moon at that time, let us say not at that time, after some time, moon was at a distance of 3,69,000 kilometers. 3,69,000 kilometers. It went near the moon. It took 5 days. Okay? So the thing is, after 5 days, it approached the moon at 3,69,000 kilometers. And then, when it was very near to the moon, the rocket engine, the same rocket engine of propulsion module, was fired again, this time not to accelerate it, but to put a brake to its speed. Why should I put a brake to its speed? The reason is, you have to enable the weak gravity of the moon to capture it. into an orbiter. Otherwise it would have gone somewhere else. So if you slow it down, the weak gravity of the moon will have the ability to capture it, imprison it into an orbit. Okay? That's the thing. Then, look at that. After that, the entire Chandrayaan spacecraft, that is, propulsion module, Vikram lander, inside the Pragyan rover, all the three were circling the moon. Slowly its orbit was reduced. All these things are there in that model. Can you see that on top of that? All are there, all are shown. Then, what happened? Let us say, on 18th of August, see, whatever was Chandrayaan-3 spacecraft, it was split into two parts. One became Vikram lander, the other became propulsion module. One spacecraft was circling the moon till that time. It became two spacecraft. People have to track Vikram lander, one set of people, propulsion module, another set of people. So one spacecraft into two spacecraft, it expanded. Then propulsion module was left there only, and look at that. This is the way it was launched. Okay? Then they got separated into two spacecraft. Then propulsion module was left. Chandrayaan-3 Vikram lander's orbit was further reduced. My dear friends, believe me, finally before landing on the moon, the propulsion module, Vikram lander was circling the moon at a height of only 25 kilometers. Only 25 kilometers from the surface of the moon. On Earth you cannot do like that. Only on moon it is possible. Okay? Just 25 kilometers. Then, look at that. They have reduced the orbit to 25 kilometers. This is the, once again I am showing, you can see the four engines there like bells. Okay? See, this is the way. Oh, sorry. Okay, anyway, this is the way Chandrayaan-3 ultimately, when it was circling the moon at 25 kilometers, it fired its four engines and slowly it fell from orbit. It could not circle the moon. It fell from orbit literally. And at that time, these four engines put a brake to its speed. It was circling the moon at 20,000 kilometers per hour, slowly, ultimately. It came at this time very near to the moon, about 10 stories high. It stood, it looked down, everything is fine, moved for some time, slowly landed. This is what your country did 1 year back, exactly, almost to this time. Okay, you can see the people sitting here. See, this is the way it landed. So after that, Pragyan rover had to come out. This is not child's play. Everything has to work properly there. All these things happened automatically at a distance of 3,84,000 kilometers. See how the ramp is coming down? No, automatic. See, it's coming down. This is animation. Later you see the real thing. As Vikram lander saw the program going down, you see that. This is still animation. See, this is what is the real picture. See, look at that. That is lunar surface. That is surface of the moon. You can see the ramp coming down. Yes. Look at that. Pragyan rover is going down. Yes. Slowly went. Like Neil Armstrong, it reached the surface of the moon. Look at that. Yeah, it reached. The wheels you can see, the way in which the track is there on the surface of the moon. So, this is the way it was. All these things happen really. I am not telling something wrong or bluffing. Then, see, this is, I always call picture of the century. This is the picture of your Vikram lander sitting on the surface of the moon as seen by Pragyan rover. What an evidence you want? You want the proof India has landed in the south polar region of the moon? Look at this. This is a real picture, not painting. So that's it. That's why I said it's an exciting journey, in fact. Okay, let's not worry about science and all those things now. Now, how the rover Pragyan moved on the surface of the moon, because these are all part of the journey of Chandrayaan-3. Pragyan has moved 100 meters on the surface of the moon. Look at that. See, that is the way it was, and after that, anyway, these are all the final things. Now, Vikram lander, which landed exactly 1 year. Now, what is the time? It is 4:45. At 6:03 it landed, but this propulsion module, everybody quietly forgot about it. Nobody bothered about it. It was circling the moon anyway. Okay? Vikram landed on the surface of the moon. Pragyan came out and ventured out. But what happened to the propulsion module? It got separated into two spacecraft, That propulsion module was circling the moon. But, my dear friends, today ISRO has been successful in bringing that propulsion module which was circling the moon back to Earth. Earth means not on the surface of the Earth, into Earth orbit. That shows, yes, you can clap, no doubt about it. That shows for future also we have plans. ISRO chairman has told, and again Kiran Kumar sir also was mentioning, the next step for India is more exciting. You all have to be part of it. Some of you may join ISRO also. Who knows, in fact. Chandrayaan-4 to bring back soil and rock samples from the surface of the moon to the surface of the Earth, especially to India. In fact, that is the exciting thing. So, this is what has happened, and one final experiment was done with Vikram lander. Everything was done. It was about to go for hibernation because on the moon 14 days, 14 Earth days equivalent of sunlight is there. Roughly 14 Earth days equivalent of night is there. Okay? Sunlight is morning till night, we say sunlight time, like that it is 14 days, that kind of thing. Okay? So, night time is also 14 days. After that, just before it went for hibernation, it was actually made to just go from the surface of the moon because it contains some propellants. Propellant means fuel and oxidizer. Okay? It went up for a while, 30 centimeters, moved another 30 centimeters, again settled down. That shows India is preparing for yet another thing. So all these things are proved, all these things have worked very well. So all I would say with this, moon will be a very, very, very busy place. In the next 20-30 years, many countries are going, including India. Okay, many Chandrayaan spacecraft are being launched towards the moon. Many countries are going, and India also is a signatory to what is known as Artemis Accord, which has begun by United States. Today India is a space power. No, a space power, not the space power, one of the space powers. And I am sure that India will leverage its position, its capability to take advantage of its capability, in fact. So, that is what I wanted to tell you about the exciting journey of Chandrayaan-3, though it was slow, but still it had different phases which were very, very, very exciting, and those excitements ultimately got transferred into exciting achievements. That is what is important, and against the context of so many failures, what your country has done, what it has achieved, that is very important, and so much is there for us to explore. Excuse me, I'm in a public lecture. Please call me after 15 minutes.
Hello?
Please. So, this is thing, so much is there for us to explore, especially young students don't think everything has been done. So much is there. Kiran Kumar sir always says, don't think that everybody as Americans have discovered this, Russians have discovered that, we don't have anything. Don't say. Your spacecraft was the first one to say there is water on the moon without any doubt. Before Chandrayaan-3, if you were to ask a scientist specializing in the moon, is there water on the moon? He has scratched his head and said, perhaps. After your spacecraft went to moon, Chandrayaan-1, you ask him the same question, is there water on the moon? He says, definitely. Who is responsible? Your country is responsible for that. So be proud of your country, and thank you very much for your kind attention. And shortly we will announce the results. Hello, I'm on the dash, please. What? No, who is on the line? No, who is on the line?
I am calling from Dr. Rajani from DRK.